What is going on, everyone? This is Alvie from Just Alvie News. It's about 9:30 on a Thursday, February 15th. I want to do one of our set-down chats. We haven't did those in a while. So while you're waiting, we got that 30-second delay before you guys pop on. Go ahead and click a reaction, click a care, click a heart, click a love, and all that good stuff. And of course, during our set-down chats, y'all know what to do. Say your name, say hi down in the comments, and all that good stuff. Oh, that's a new link. They put the subscriber link in there. What's going on, guys? I think I see Vistal up there already. Trying to see before y'all's pictures if y'all actually come on. Let me go ahead and pull that Facebook screen up in case we got a delay. What's up, Jennifer? How are you? Here we go. Let me go to my own news page. What's up, Marilyn? What's up, Angel? What's up, Misty? What's up, Robin? Now, for those of you guys that I'm tired, but here, a long week. It has been a long week. For those of you that are here that's never been done a sit-down chat, they don't have any real format whatsoever. Y'all can ask me anything during the sit-down chat, anything, whether it's to do with a news story or my personal life or whatever. We even talked about sewing tips and medical on here before. So we can talk about news stories if y'all bring them up, but just, I hadn't been on here a while. So what's up, Cheryl? What's up, Vistal? Madison was selected for Gifted and Talent. Shout out to Madison. That's awesome. I got my water here. So, yeah. What's up, Karen? There you go. Let me get me pulled up here. Get me pulled up here so I can watch my own face up here. This is the irony of that. Right there. And I forgot I changed my my profile picture. So I was looking for Hunter's orange picture up there. Hunter Britton's. But I changed it to that red and green one. What's up, Kevin? Shirley didn't get her brain from me. Oh, Jennifer, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. I wasn't making jokes. I wasn't making jokes. All right, cool. Now I got you guys up. Now we're doing. So I hadn't been on like truly and doing lives like this in a long time. So I've been missing it. So I guess it's kind of where I've been as far as my health goes. I'm finally feeling better. I'm still having problems with my ear, but I do believe maybe all the infection might be gone from my body, so I'm feeling better. I got some more medicine I'm taking, so it has been elevating my blood pressure. And then those of you that follow me on my personal page, this past month, I was dealing with, if you guys don't know, I don't know how, I'm bipolar. I got lots of initials attached to my name. Bipolar, PTSD, and depression. That all kind of clicked into January, which keeps me from going live as well with anxiety. Jonathan's going to be 43 tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Jonathan. I will be 49 on March 2nd, by the way. So I kind of knew like something mental might have come because of the bipolar. What's up, Kelly? And we did that toy drive, and I was up there working 16, 18 hours a day, nonstop. What's up, California, Lisa? And usually when you that manic, there's always a slide. And then events that happen that made that even worse. The crap the chief at the Arch Street Fire Department started, which, by the way, we're not done with that. We're just getting started on that fiasco down at Arch Street Fire Department and everything they did on that page towards me. What's up, Jennifer? Yeah, Jennifer says, good to see better smile and upbeat mood. Yes, yes. So last month mentally was a tough month on me. And if you're new to following the page, you might not know this. If you've been following me for a long time, you know, one of the things about my anxiety is the longer I do not do live videos, the easier it gets for me not to do live videos. In fact, it becomes more and more difficult for me to sit down and do a live video, even though when I get on, I love talking to you guys. And y'all are actually good for my mental health. Well, most of y'all are good for my mental health. And I enjoy it. But also through that month, one of my distant cousins was shot and killed. One of my friend's moms, Miss Shirley, like it's enough to get you there. The devil just throws all things at you. So I have been working with my therapist to get me out, because the real issue was I'd been sick for so long towards the end of the year where I couldn't get out and do anything. And then I used all my energy right there in December, which means I wasn't doing this. What's up, Tracy? Which means I wasn't doing lives as much and going out onto scenes as much, which makes it more difficult to do this. Like every day for the past 5 days, around this time, between 9 o'clock, I've told myself that I was going to go live. And then my anxiety comes up and I don't go live. What's up, Gina? And the same thing about going out and filming live videos. Right now, one situation, I'm working on tires. So if it's too far, I don't want to drive. Gina says, I've got anxiety over the Glen Rose kid. Yeah, what a heartbreaking story that Glen Rose case is. What is so broken for the boy and the haters I've gained over. It's ridiculous, but I'm standing for what I believe in. Yeah, now we can talk about that a little bit tonight. I will tell you guys tomorrow night, I do want to have one of our an actual news story where we will actually talk about. Once again, this is set down chat, so y'all can ask me any questions about any cases. Where we sit down and we talk about Ken and Reagan, the missing boy. We talk about the shooting. There's a few other things we want to talk about tomorrow as well. Charlie wants to know, have you found any truth to the missing runaway being related to the one unalived his family in Glen Rose? I do not think whatsoever that Ken and Reagan, the missing kid from the mental treatment facility out of Little Rock, is related to Jacob Martin Jr., nor Jacob Martin Sr., who the senior was the victim of last weekend's triple homicide there in Glen Rose. Kelly's bringing up a point, another story we'll be covering tomorrow. We released it where North Little Rock police found that mother and the kid dead. Definitely a homicide investigation. We'll have some more details on that. We've had lots of tragic news. I wanted to ask about the kids and last found in 440. Is those the ones you're talking about? Was just bringing up? Here's the thing. Rumors are rampant, especially on hot button cases like this. So I will tell you this. The missing 440 kids. Yes, the father was arrested. Forgot about that case, even though they've been sharing it like crazy. Yeah, we'll do an update on that as well tomorrow. And by the way, anything y'all want to know, if I don't, I can usually look it up while we're here. But one of the things that's been going on is that Little Rock, over the past several days, there's a treatment center down in Little Rock where a lot of the runaway kids that get posted run away from. It's a mental health treatment center there. I got you, Kelly. Now, Little Rock generally lists them as runaways because they run away from a treatment facility. I list them as missing because if no one knows where you are missing. And the reason I list them as missing, when I list them as a runaway, which I've did it both ways. I've did just runaway and I put missing runaway and I've did missing and I've tested the post. People are less likely to share a post that says runaway teen or runaway kid. Because first thing goes to your mind, they have to have a reason to run away. Just like some of you might have thought about Kenneth Reagan, who ran away. Little did y'all know at the time that he had run away from a mental health place. Here is the thing, though. I don't list them as runaway because they're missing. And runaway kids in general, what's up, Kathy? Runaway kids in general, I think their parents, based on my experience, I think they wait to notify the police compared to a missing kid. That just vanished, not a runaway. So they got into it with the parents and the teenager ran away. I think the parents wait longer, and that's true in 4 years. That's truly been my experience. Wait longer to contact the police if the kid ran away compared to if the kid was missing. Now, why that matters to me is that runaway kids are just as acceptable. Maybe they're running away to someone that's going to human traffic them. They can still be trafficked kids. And since the parents have already waited to report it, and 90% of the time a runaway, they will wait because they want to get the kid. I've seen parents wait a couple of days before they report it. Those are still teenagers and kids out on the street, and they still could be victim of human trafficking. So we'll get to the dentist in a minute. I guess right. I list them as missing because it helps get the face out. When y'all see a missing teen or missing kid, y'all share the post, y'all share the reel way more, and that's just the facts of it. At the end of the day, I don't care if he's a runaway or if he's missing. I don't care if he's got all these mental capacities or none of his mental capacities. He's somebody that we don't know where he's at, and he needs to be found. Right, Tracy, they're in danger no matter what. Plus, people under the guise they have to wait 48 hours. There is no 48-hour rule when your loved one goes missing. When your loved one goes missing, that's just on TV. Thank you guys that share in both situations because they're both important. Sometimes I think the runaway could even be more scary than the missing, because maybe the missing kid was just walking around in the neighborhood and the runaway kid might have ran to somebody. On that, I just say people still think that is true. Yeah. Well, what's up, Diane? How are you? Good evening, pilgrims. So that's the reason, because I know some people will send me, Alvie, he's not missing, he's a runaway. No, if you don't know where he is, he's still missing. Doesn't matter if he runs away. And I'm trying to get to see how valid some of the comments have been made towards him, to see, because people are comparing him to Jeffrey Dahmer. And Jeffrey Dahmer was someone's next door neighbor and lived happy little life until they caught him. So that's made him a good comparison if he's as violent as they've kind of accused him of being on there. And keep in mind, this is a missing teenager. As far as me being able to validate all that, I am going to try to get a hold of the family that's posting that, see if I can confirm it's the family and see if I can get a personal story of it. Because since he is a minor and he has not committed a crime, y'all understand he has not committed a crime, Little Rock PD can't give that information out on him. I do not, okay, I think we covered that before, that I have no reason to believe that he is related to Jacob Martin, who's been arrested on 3 counts of capital murder in Glen Rose. I have no reason to believe that. I completely believe that's rumors that got started on the internet. Have y'all noticed, I'll be real with you guys, and I'll probably talk about this again. Well, let's talk about the shooting that started in Glen Rose for a second. What's up, Takar? 4:20, I heard the radio call. I instantly started message contacts. Before I went to bed at like 12:30, 1 o'clock that morning, I already knew the entire story. I could have come in and told you guys. I already knew he has been taken to Pulaski County. I knew about his sister, his mom. I knew all the gross details. I knew where part of his confession was gotten. Already knew about what you guys were going to find on Court Connect about the dad. I already knew that. I got on and said what I said on Sunday to update everybody, and I have not participated in the back and forth on it. The first thing out of my mouth, and this is when anyone of this age commits such a heinous crime. What in the world was going on in that house to make someone snap? And that was before I even opened Court Connect up. But even when I read Court Connect and I read what you guys have been posting and sharing on the internet, still a lot of stuff don't make sense. One of the acts of violence was committed against 3 people. So I elected not to participate in that. I elected not to give y'all the victims' names until Arkansas State Police did that, because all the rumors were going around. And you guys have been tagging me in different posts. I want you to know I might not be commenting on them. I'm not commenting on them on purpose. But I am reading them, and I am reading them, and that helps me to be able to go out and look and verify that. I will tell you this. Boy, it's going to make some of y'all mad, but it's the truth. I wish I would do as much digging when the suspect is African American as y'all have since he's a white teenager. I get to see the numbers, I get to see the results, and I get to see. So no matter what you might think, I get to see what I'm seeing on a more global level. When a black teenage suspect is flashed on my news page, overwhelmingly, no one's looking into why he did what he did. He is automatically labeled a thug, giving the death sentence and everything else. Within hours of y'all knowing Jacob Martin's name, people were digging, posting, already making the dad look bad, already offering some justification for the teenager. It's not right that we do that as a society. And no matter if you're one of the ones that don't, thank you for not doing that. But I get to see it on a global level, and I get to see it multiple times throughout the year where I have a memory of it. It's always kind of been a problem in the news media. Anyway, I didn't realize what a problem it was until I actually started doing the news. Same thing going with missing persons. Tell me why the white kid that went missing yesterday, Cannon, his has gotten shared, been viewed over 10, 15,000 times. The African-American teenager, I don't think she's broke 3,000 yet. I see that every time. In fact, I can prove that to you guys. I can prove you that a white missing persons kid gets shared more than a person of color missing person kid on my page. I can prove to you, based on comments left, when I put an African-American suspect teenager up here, what is said about him And when I put someone like Jacob Martin up here and what's said about him, and it's not right. Jacob Martin needs the best defense ever, but there's definitely been people of color that I put their face up here that they also needed that same defense. And you guys can say it about color. So obviously when I tell the story, I treat all suspects the same. I put white people up and call them out just like I do black people, brown people, green people. It don't matter to me. Oh, I love you too, baby girl. I think it's because people don't see she's 12. I had to dig on that. Well, I will tell you this. The 440 case that's missing, that's getting lots of attention. It's getting shared a lot. But do you know who that's getting shared by? The more of a Hispanic community. No matter what you guys think, y'all realize that Facebook feeds me the data. I get to see it. I get to see who's sharing the post. I get to see who's making what comments. And I'm not saying all of you guys are out there like this, because a lot of you are not. I get to see the numbers of it, and it'll blow your mind. The 440 girls that are missing and endangered, it's getting shared a lot, but it's getting shared by the Hispanic community. I'm seeing it. So, while I'm grateful that y'all went up on Court Connect and y'all dug all this stuff up on Jacob Martin, because I think that's important. I wish sometimes that y'all would have that same grace. Same grace. See, Philip makes my point. That's not true. Most of the thugs convicted of murder. Philip makes my point. There's always one that'll make my point. Have the same grace to the next 14 and 15-year-old person of color that is our suspect. Go see what his background was, because I'm going to address it all. I don't think Jacob Martin should be tried as an adult, period. I don't think a teenager should ever be tried for an adult, period. They are teenagers. We have minor laws for a reason. So I'm never, ever okay in no circumstance that you can give me am I okay with a minor being charged as an adult. There is never okay with that. It is wrong on every possible level. We know they're not fully developed. We know they're more subject to give in to chaos. They're more subject to not know really what the consequence of their action is. So a teenager should never be charged as an adult, no matter what. So I did want to say that. I think. By the way, if you're just joining me, sit down, chat. We talk about anything. You can throw questions out. Someone asked me how the dentist go. I'll catch up on that as well. What's up, Casa? In things of that nature, and we just kind of flow with it. I get tired. So how'd the dentist go? Well, I need like $4,000 worth of work, but he'll do it for like half price. So that's good. For sure on the mentally ill kids, for sure. He doesn't think it's TMJ, but he couldn't rule it out. He said he could put me on some antibiotics, which I was already on. He could put me on steroids, which is already on. He said, if I go back to the ear doctor and they still say it's not the ear, I'm going to try to get the ear doctor to actually scope me this time. He said he can give me some Botox shots that'll help if it's TMJ. But I don't think it's TMJ. I do grind my teeth, so he wants to make me a mouth guard as well. But when I went to the doctor and did my lab works, I had an infection in my system still after all those months on antibiotics because my white blood cell counts is up. And I feel like I probably need to call Tabitha and them over at Grace Health. By the way, they're moving this month They're moving down to the Hope Valley Plaza. By the way, if you've never seen me do that or look to the side, about 5 or 6 years ago, had a couple of TMIs in a mini stroke, and so I can stutter. One of the things, it almost took me a year not to stutter. So if you ever see me look to the right, I pour my tongue out. I'm really just trying to spit the word out for you guys. Yes, Grace Health is moving. Now, by the way, Grace Health is my doctor. Fantastic, by the way. They are moving to the Hope Valley Shopping Center. That's where Cravings is and Larry's Pizza and where the library will eventually open up. It's on Arch Street, right across from the middle school. Off subject, but can you go with me to my baptism on Sunday at Grace? If I can make it, you can answer later. I will, in fact, baby girl, be at your baptism with you at Grace on Sunday because Phoenix, Bubba, is getting baptized this Sunday at Grace after the 11:30 service. So I will for sure be there. And my cousin Caleb, who, this is a miracle. I haven't seen him clean and sober ever. I got to see him at an overdose. He's been in a treatment program. I got to see him at the overdose rally in downtown, and he looked really good. He's, I think it's at Jeremiah House, so they come to one of our services at Grace. And then at the 11:30 service afterwards, Caleb's comes in. He's getting baptized too. And like, you talking about bad choices, you know, we ran together, bad choice. Now he's talking about God, because that's how God works. Philip says, you're a little liberal, but you do better job of reporting than any of our local news stations. I'm actually a constitutionalist, Philip, because I know my political views have been discussed here. I'm a constitutionalist, but I'm aware that the form of government that I exist, it's really libertarian. You really can't have the form of government. That form of government. You didn't use the word squirrel, so it didn't work, Katrina. See, now Jessica's got me squirreled off. First, want to say thank you for what you did for the kiddo the other day, and I had the pleasure of meeting your nephew. He prank called me. Oh, really? He prank called you? Nice. Let me know how that turns out. So I'm actually a constitutionalist libertarian. My form of government really can't exist, and I truly don't like either party. And here's kind of my political views. I don't think the government should be giving us health care or anything for free. The government, federal government, shouldn't give us anything for free. But before they take one thing away from the citizens that pay the taxes, before they take one thing away from those people, they need to end corporate welfare. They need to end all the tax breaks for the corporations. They need to end all their subsidies for the corporations. Before they take $1 away from a citizen program, they need to let the bank fail. They need to let the car company fail, because that's true capitalism. Other than that, I don't believe it's the government's business what I put in my body, what I do with my body. I don't think it's the government's business what I do and don't do on my property. So you tell me. That's the reason people try to put me in a boat. Emmett really wasn't a class. He just kind of went over and answered all of our questions and told you what it would be like. So, and the truth is, it depends on what we're talking about, Philip, on which side of that political equation I get put on. Rarely is it on the conservative side because my social beliefs. And if you fully understood that, I'd be okay with getting all those social programs, but all that money's got to be taken from those businesses back first. then it would all work itself out. Out pastor's here today. He told me he knows it isn't supposed to hate, but hates election years. Oh yeah, Tommy hates election years. Brother Tommy, he always warns us not to be arguing back and forth on here, and it's getting worse and worse. So my post was hilarious the other day, where I actually made a post and said, "Don't tag me in political posts." And sure enough, down in the comments, I was getting labeled, which I told you guys I would, which is hysterical. That little known fact to a lot of you guys, I actually studied politics, followed politics and the Constitution since I was 7 years old. I always got up and read the newspaper front to back. I've studied intense the Constitution, political powers, and our government. So over the past, Obama's last 4 years, it has went, because they got better at tricking the American people. And that's what it's like. So that's the political thing. We can talk something about else now. Oh, the escape room was great. We've been on for 30 minutes. What else? By the way, if you just joined me, it's a sit-down chat. You can ask me anything. You can squirrel me off. I might or might not know the answer. We've already had a few subjects. What you drinking? I am drinking ice cold water out of a Star Wars exclusive cup. Lots of squirrels running around. Well, that's because we got a lot of nuts on the ground right now. Jessica, that's why the squirrels are running around. Oh! I'm glad you went live. I missed your lives. I do miss going lives. I do. I just got to get back in the swing of it. Sometimes I don't go live because I feel pressure to have something to talk to you guys about. And then I sit and think, has there ever been a time I hit that live button that we didn't have anything to talk about? And then we just have to do it. And it all boils down to, anxiety. Philip says, last great reporter of all time was, I couldn't even tell you, Philip. Temps in the 60 tomorrow, some storms. Yep, I'll post y'all that weather update a little bit later on. What's going on with Hunter's case? Are you talking about Hunter Britton? I saw you as a top engager. I promise I'm not stalking you. What's up, April? Are you talking about Hunter Britton? So Walter, oh yes, absolutely. Walter Grindcraft, yes. Well, you know, Hunter's family should be moving in close to some the civil procedures of that case. Now, I was able to obtain Michael Davis's mugshot, which the family wasn't able to obtain with a little Facebook pressure. I was able to obtain that. I was able to discover that he was made a trustee. By the way, Michael Davis is the former Lonoke County Sheriff's deputy that shot and killed 17-year-old Hunter Britton and did not turn his body camera on until after he shot and killed him. He was found guilty of negligent homicide and sentenced to the maximum 1 year in prison and a $1,000 fine, the equivalent of being caught with a bag of weed. He lost his appeal. And he finally had to surrender to Mena Police Department, and he's serving his time in the county jail over there. Cluck Norris! Tim, we're going to talk about Cluck Norris here in a minute. Let me just give this update on there. So, I was able to get Michael Davis's mugshot. They made him a trustee the second day there. I'm currently working on obtaining video footage of the jail because what I've been told is that by his second night there, he was sitting right at the table where the dispatch calls came in. He's already been able to order food from the outside, and he is in holding cell number 1. Of course, you obtained all that information. What up, Bacon Creator? You obtained all that information through FOIA request. So we're still working on that FOIA request. I will repost the Arch Street Fire Department story tomorrow in the FOIA request that I took down. No, he's not put in segregation. They're going to call it segregation. They just put him he made sure all the inmates knew he's a trustee. He's not even going to have to stay in his cell very long. He even gets to wear different clothes. He can order pizza, especially if it's in like Pulaski County. That's a whole other set of issues. Squirrel, see, you got me back. Oh, I know what. Tomorrow we'll repost my original post about the Arch Street Fire Department, about them naming on a legal FOIA request. They have said that it's Melinda and Michael still are the chiefs. So I sent some additional FOIA requests off to that. They're now in violation of a FOIA law because it's been a lot longer than 3 days. It's been like 7 days, and I've not received an answer to my FOIA request, which currently makes them in violation of Arkansas FOIA law. Now, when we talk about the Arch Street Fire Department, some of y'all going to get a little in your feelings and tell me we shouldn't be talking about it in public. I'm going to tell you, put on your big boy britches, because it goes like this. I am a private citizen who elects to put myself in public. So with that comes, especially on social media, comes criticism and critiques and whatever. That's okay, right? Okay. And I also talk. That's what I do. I talk to you guys, and I talk about government and government agencies not doing right. Arch Street Fire Department chief did not do right this time. He is a public official. He is a chief who is employed with your taxpayer dollars. Now, what they did to me by making the comments that they did and went on an attack, which if Melinda's a chief and Michael's a chief, that's what their FOIA reply said back to me. It would be a coordinated attack to slander me, but he also used a public page that we the people own, that'd be the Arch Street Fire Department's page, to make those statements. And so when you guys are telling me we shouldn't talk about this in public, you're just going to have to deal with it. See, because he shouldn't have talked about it in public. Him and his family shouldn't have went on a slandering campaign about it. I have every right to address my government, especially when my government, and that's what he is, agent of the government. I know Bacon Predators heard me say this about cops. They're agents of the government. And that's how you got to look at them. They're agent of the governments. And here's the thing. Though I currently have no intention of suing the county, what the chief did to me is he put the county at risk for litigation that I would win, by the way. That's how clearly they violated statutes and my rights by the post and the way it was worded. Bacon Predator does not, he don't answer questions or make comments on this at all. He publicly slandered in his official capacity. Yes, he did. And that's a violation of my rights. And it'd be an easy lawsuit to actually win. I'm not looking to sue my local fire department or my local county. They are going to make it right, though. Otherwise, I'll have to. And make it right means the chief wrote me a nice email. And when I do the story just on that, I'll read it to you guys. If he would have put the email that he wrote me as his somewhat apology, probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, but he didn't. And you know, there's more to that story. the only reason he got on the Facebook page and put the public apology like he did and said those were not his words, it was because I was in his inbox and I told him that, and I'll read it to you too. I told him that why him, his wife, and his sister were entitled to their own personal opinion about me and can share that all they want to. What he wasn't going to be doing anymore is using a public page, acting in his public capacity, his official capacity, to slander and attack me, and that some apologies would be in order. That's when you got the published somewhat apology separating himself from the fire department up there. That's when you got that, after I was already in his inbox, after I'd already submitted FOIA request for who all had access to that inbox. What the chief did was wrong. I personally don't think he did it. I think his wife typed it. But he's holding fast that he typed it. But part of my FOIA request, I'm FOIA requesting all their activity history, all the device history, and we'll get to the bottom of who posted. And the fire department will, if I have to take them to court, the fire department will make a post recognizing me as a journalist and letting people know that I did nothing wrong that day and that I'm not allowed to ask firefighters questions, which was implied by the chief, and that in the past, the chief has even not really wanted to talk to me because he was too tired. They're going to make it right for me. They make it right for free by doing that. Now, the chief did offer to sit down and meet with me. I was sick right after that. Sandy, they're not both chiefs. I'm going to tell you that now. So they lied on a FOIA document. I did reply back to the chief's email. And once again, I'll do a separate piece just on all this and basically covered everything. Told him, it's personal to me because chief has been chief as long as I've been doing the news page. About the same time, about 4 years. And I was led to believe we had a good working relationship. So he fooled me. And that bugged me. And I told him that. And I also told him the reasons why I thought his wife taught it. But we'll talk about that later. But that's coming. Weekend Warriors, don't worry about it. But here's the thing, Philip. I strongly believe that if we don't address it when public officials act inappropriately, in this case, a violation of someone's rights, and they use a government platform to attack citizens, that we have the responsibility to respond back to them to make sure that it does not happen to anyone else. I think the chief's wife, whoever wrote the post, thought they'd get a lot of community support behind it, because I do got a little bit of hater club out here, but they all run around the same circle. And it backfired on them. Even people that don't watch my news page actually scolded the chief. That one guy said, look, I don't much care for Alvie or his news page, but you can't do this on a public page. You were wrong. All that info would be documented. Yes, everything is documented. What some of you guys might not know, that they blocked me from commenting back and defending myself, which is against the law. Taylor Swift said hate is going to hate. You know I'm going to so do that video. So, all of y'all keep asking me about the body. Rightfully so, I guess. I thought I've made comments enough. That was found in the vehicle down in the elementary school a few weeks ago. So here's what I'm going to tell you on it. The lady is not from around here. I believe she died from a heart attack. Since there was no crime involved, Saline County doesn't release the information that Alvie Taylor was found passed out, dead in the car. There was no crime involved. So the proper step in that is autopsy, notify the victim's family, and move on from that. So in order for me to get her name, which I could, I would have to FOIA request the incident report, which Sergeant Bacon Prater was the deputy sergeant on duty of the initial call. I would get his report. I would then have to submit another FOIA request to the coroner's report and look at all the details, at which time I would be able to provide y'all with the name and the cause of death. But here's my thinking around this. She's not from around here. I don't really see the news value of it. And if y'all think I'm wrong for that, let me know and I'll do the paperwork of it. But it's things like that kind of blows my mind, where it's going to take me a lot of work to get a victim's name that we know is not from around here in no foul play. She was having a heart attack and she pulled over. And that was the safest place for her to pull over. Right across the street from a fire department and a well-lit up school. That's where I would have pulled over to. She was traveling. As much crap as I get for showing other things, that's a lot of work to find a victim's name for someone we know is not from around here. But if that's what y'all want me to do, I will do that. But when I do that, I'm going to read the autopsy report to you guys. Because I think a lot of times y'all don't fully understand and realize, like when I get these documents and these videos, what I actually see and read compared to what I share with you guys. How long was she there? I will tell you, witnesses put her there on Saturday night. Yep, David, anybody can FOIA it. All of you guys can FOIA that information. If y'all want. I need to do a video on submitting FOIA requests. That would be cool. All right, hey, Bacon Prater, are you still on here? Thank you guys for respecting that. That's one reason that I haven't been all over it. Once I found out there were no foul play. If it was foul play, whether she'd been around here or not, you would. If she would have frozen to death, I would have got her name. So us as a community could have did something to our family, for her family. But what I've been told is a heart attack. It's just sad news. If she would have frozen death in our town, that would have upset me completely, that we would let somebody do that. It would have been possible that weekend to do it. Dude got some. No, I wanted to make sure Bacon Prater was still here, because here's the thing. I don't know how often he's going to be making the videos, but I will be featuring new videos from Cluck Norris. It's going to be on Bacon Prater's TikTok account, but Cluck Norris is his rooster. I've already shared a couple. I'm going to get with him, so if we can see what kind of release schedule to look at, because what I need him to do on his TikTok ones, in your description, if you don't mind, mention me in your comments when you're hashtagging them. Put @Alvie Taylor. That way my TikTok gets to show up as well. And then what I want here, I'm discussing my plan with Tim that I would have discussed on the phone right there with you guys. So that way you're helping me on TikTok. I'm going to release them on the news page. Once you publish them, we'll release them on the news page, and then it'll go like this. And I am working on a graphic for Cluck Norris. Cluck Norris, which is fun. I got to tell you this right now. He tried to drown a fish today. Look, there's a couple of different versions of Sergeant Bacon Predator on the quarter-acre chicken ranch, you get his cop version. And I wish more cops was like him, actually. You get a friend version of him. Then you get him on his quarter-acre chicken ranch, and it's like all that country that we was raised around comes out in him. His accent and everything changed. But Cluck Norris might be his best creation yet. Like, he didn't even know. You didn't even know it was a rooster at first, right? Do you want to come on and tell us about it? I can patch you in. You want to come on and tell us? He didn't even know he had a rooster. He's still there. Listen, if he wants to come on, I can invite the creator of Cluck Norris. I'm going to tell you, we're going to make Cluck Norris go viral. Wait till you see today's video. Mustache was on point. It's better than him chasing cows. No, Rachel, let me get this clear. Like, Bacon Predator on the quarter-acre chicken ranch with Cluck Norris and these wolves, that's him. You get what I'm saying? We don't discourage Saline County from chasing cows, because them chasing cows, that's for me. That's for my humor, and y'all get to laugh right along. Rachel, you just wait. You haven't got to see a live cow chase yet. You will. They're coming. It is almost that time for you to see the live cow chases and pigs. Gina, I will share his latest one tonight right off this live video. They're on TikTok. They're on TikTok. Oh, no. Look, Cluck Norris is funny, but there is nothing funnier than a bunch of cops chasing cows and calling it in on the radio that they're headed towards the next county. You can't make this up, except maybe when the two pigs got out and they was having to chase the pigs. But they also had to chase an ostrich and a goat. Jesus, y'all chase a lot of animals. But what I'll do when I'm done with the live video, we'll probably wrap up in about 8 minutes. An emu. Yes? You don't know about Eddie, the East End emu? Angel, how do you know Eddie, the East End emu? Eddie escapes. He's going to be the official mascot of East End when we finally become a city. I'm going to have the logo and everything of Eddie ready to go. Like Eddie, the East End emu. I think there's been multiple emus, but for every emu that escapes and running through Hensley or East End, his name is Eddie, the East End emu. He is still up on the page. Tim, you can put your TikTok link in here. It'll automatically hide it, and I will go back and unhide it. But I will share. I meant to call you earlier today because I was serious about, I was going to say, hey, you get on the schedule. Like if you can do the @ mention on your TikTok, because that'll help my page followers get them on there. And then I'll share, and Cluck Norris will be like a regular segment on the show. Man, if Eddie and Cluck teamed up, our town would be gangster. Ooh, Cluck Norris, mayor of Landmark. Dang. Oh, that would be. Could they keep the cows in? That's all I want to know. Hope they use cow chase videos on the recruiting tapes. Well, here's the thing. Great news, guys, and we ain't even talked about this because I've been gone. You know, we talked about Hunter Britton earlier. And with that, I always ask for Hunter's Law, a law requiring police officers in the state of Arkansas to have their body cameras on when they're on duty. Of course, over the course of the last 3 years, more and more agencies have gotten body cameras and dash cams, and I applaud them for that. Saline County finally got all theirs. Now they got the body cameras. They got the kick-ass dash cameras that sync up. So what I am waiting for is a cow chase this time. Because I'm sure going to fully request them chasing the cow. And from a news and entertainment perspective, them having dash cams and body cameras, some of the cray-cray stuff that goes on in East End and Landmark, those are going to be gold for entertainment value. I mean, for training, for public information for you guys on that. So we don't even have to watch the Little Rock Hood News ones on here. We can do the Saline County ones. No more Emu and Doug, but Liberty needs Eddie and Cluck. Clicks for Cluck. Ha! I like that. Clicks for Clucks. Good night, Vestal. I was only going to stay on 3 or 4 more minutes. I only want to make it an hour. I think I can do that. Y'all got any more questions for me? It felt good to come on and hang out with you guys a little bit. Tomorrow, we'll sit down and we'll cover some of the news topics. Y'all want to talk about Arkansas State Police? Found hundreds of pounds of weed past 24 hours, too. Bags of it. They love taking pictures of that stuff. I don't think I can say weed anymore on Facebook. We'll see. Did I see a blooper page happening? I wouldn't, I probably wouldn't do, I would probably love to do the blooper page. You never did the bedroom chats. Well, that's because winter happened and I got sick. I got to go back there and fix that up. On that. I'm the top hen at the 1/4 acre chicken ranch. Sorry, my bad. He is not Bacon Prater there. He is the top hen at the 1/4 acre chicken ranch. Was that in Hazen? What are you talking about? Being the top hen makes me a fat man, tired. I know. All right, guys. It is 26. I didn't see Regina come on at all. So, Regina, when you watch later, hi. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. It felt good to be back on. Hopefully I can get some one of my tires fixed, and I'll be back on the street doing more live videos and things like that. I did miss you guys. It feels good when I come back on. By the way, thanks for all the compliments in my tie yesterday. Y'all sure did make a guy feel good. Like, I told you I dress up. I used to dress that way all the time. That was incredible. All right. I've made it with less than an hour. That was my goal. This is Alvie from Just Alvie News. Emma, if there's anyone you know could help me with needs for a newborn baby girl, it would be appreciated. Oh, like clothes and stuff like that. Can't wait for tomorrow. I miss you too, Misty. Bacon says, later all, remember, no matter what you do in life, be the top hand. This is Alvie from Just Alvie News. Thanking you for tuning in. I missed you guys. And reminding you to always make good choices. Are you to the weather? Yeah, don't tell anybody. I'm also not the weatherman. I know you never see that guy's face, but he's really me. He's my alter ego. Yeah, really. And my birthday. I'm going to be 49 March 2nd. I'm going to clip this now. Bye.